War II stuff. Amanda, knitting. She loves to knit. These things. This brand is incredible. Wobbles, 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 wobble, but they won't fall down. B.
Doing emails.
Emails. Meg, you reeling? Music. Where's Beth? Oh, Beth? Who knows what's going on in her brain? What are you doing?
She's watching Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Lord of the Rings, okay. There you go. And I'm working, taking a break. So I want to tell you a story about, excuse me, about a train experience I had. I'm gonna just sit on the stairs here so I can talk. So, a couple of years ago, I was on a train. I think I was headed from London to France, or France to London. Well, I'm not sure which direction I was going. Fact of the matter is, I was on a train, and we're kind of in the countryside, and the train started to come to a stop. We were in the middle of nowhere. All right. I started watching the body language of the folks working on the train. I guess the stewardesses, the engineer, and the train ended up coming to a full stop. Excuse me. Ended up coming to a full stop. Listen, trains don't come to a full stop in like the middle of the countryside. And I looked out the window and there's this cliff side that's going down, and down this cliff is a little town down there. What the hell's going on? So I kept my head on a swivel and I continued watching the non-verbal communication of the team. The team running this train, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on it. And it started getting worse. Their facial expressions started to change. Their body language started to change. They started moving a little bit quicker. I could look through like the glass door and I could see the intensity of their conversation getting elevated. And it's important in life and business to recognize these things. Your mind actually can process it before you even need to ask the question, right? When something bad's gonna happen. And I said to myself, this isn't gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Now I was riding in the first carriage. There's like an airplane, there was different classes. And so I was in the first class cabin with a bunch of London aristocracy, right? A bunch of older folks, very proper British, you know, very proper British. And we didn't fit in there, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Just a bunch of Yankees. I'm not even sure they like Yankees. Because in this same trip, I was at a friend's house and there was a member of Parliament at her house, and he was like, "Oh bloody hell! I can't believe this America thing is still working out for you." Like, what? It was hilarious, right? So like that kind of a mindset. These folks in the front, they eat fish spread, right? Like that tastes like feet. It's like disgusting. So the train shut down completely. It shut down. All of a sudden, the backup power system generators, everything shuts down. It's the middle of the summer. On the side of this cliff face, it's 100 degrees outside, and now we're stuck in a hot box, not allowed to open any doors. Now, my Yankee mind already knew what it was going to do. It was just a matter of time, right? Like I already knew what needed to happen, but it was a matter of time before I needed to make it happen. First thing I did, I took over the food and beverage carriage. Took that shit over. Because I knew we were going to be there for a while. I started portioning out all of the snacks, the pretzels and the water and the soda and everything. So I portioned it out. And of course there was the first class carriage, and then right after that was the food and beverage cart. And then what I did is I walked the whole train. I walked every single carriage, and I just looked at all the individuals. I profiled them. Right? I profiled them. I looked at how they were engaging with other passengers. I looked at their body language, and I kind of picked out, okay, that person needs food, that person needs water, that person needs beer. Right? The last thing you want to do is be in a forced proximity situation where some shit happens and it becomes chaotic. I went up to one of the employees and I said, hey, listen, I took over the food and beverage carriage. I'm going to start rationing things out while you guys figure this out. And she's like, okay, thank you. I said, yeah, no problem. And the look of confusion on her face, stress, she's like, this has never happened. We've never had a train shut down. It's been like 50 years a train had shut down, and I mean shut down. It was dead, off. It wasn't hooked to the power system anymore. It's done, right? Even if a train is stopped, it's still hooked to the grid, but it was off the grid at this point. So that's what I did. I started rationing stuff out, food and water, and the temperature started rising. It started rising 100 degrees, 101 degrees, 102 degrees. Finally, they opened up 2 side doors, like in the middle of the train. Okay, hundreds of people on this train. They opened up 2 side doors, and they were cycling people through, right? Letting them like stick their head out, breathe, and like try to hold the fresh air while they come back inside. It ended up being just this horrible situation with, there was like a mom rocking her child, like just sitting on the floor rocking her child. The bathrooms, they overflowed. There was waste everywhere. I mean, it was a pretty shitty situation, pun intended. We're about 3 or 4 hours in. I had rationed everything out, and everybody was cool. Even the staff, as I kind of stepped into this leadership position, would like come to me and be like, okay, is everybody good? I'm like, everybody's happy. They're like, thank you so much. We don't know what to do. We've never been through anything like this before. I said, what's happening? And they're like, another train's coming. Now it would be 6 hours on this dead train. As the rations shortened, I could see in my cabin, which had a lot of older folks, again, the British aristocracy, they hadn't moved. They were sweating, like they were dehydrated. It was horrible. And so I said, I'm gonna have to pull that Yankee move. So I went to our cabin, and there was an emergency door, and I pulled that sucker open and let the fresh air in. I then went into my cabin. I said, listen, I want everybody to stand up. All right, there's probably 50 people, right? I want everybody to stand up, and they kind of all just like looked back at me, like, what is he doing? Confused that I would break the law. That I would be civilly disobedient. Civilly disobedient. Just remember, all laws, the laws of man are the laws of man. Some dude decided to come up with some shit, and a bunch of people voted on it because they own the army, right? And they own all the weapons, and like basically do what we say you're gonna do. So they couldn't believe it. I'm I'm like, listen, there's fresh air back here. The emergency door is open, okay? Stand up and come get some air. And they slowly started to stand up and kind of get into a line. And I kind of like put my arm across the door so nobody would fall out, because there's like a cliff face down there. And so I just I cycled them through one at a time, and they were just like, wow, I can't believe you did that, but thank you so
we've
much.
got these fine Brits here.
We would have probably just died.
Yes.
We would have just sat
They were
there
saying
because we
they
were
think they
told
would have
to
just
sit,
melted away in the heat, but
we probably would have just
kind of had
died.
to take a Yankee.
We got the
And then
Yankees tank.
Another
Hooray.
person's like, oh, it took a Yankee. And it got me thinking, you know, after this trip, it got me thinking about the way we think in America. Because the way we think in America is with a rebellious, kind of like, fuck you mindset. Like, you want to build something, go build something. You want to do something or be somebody, there's nothing stopping you. Nobody's going to tell you no. Nobody's going to tell you no. And it's crazy, because I think that we've become complacent around these freedoms. Some people have never experienced it. And in some of these other countries, and Europe is beautiful. Like, it's amazing. They're so far ahead of the US in a lot of things, like clean food, right? And public transportation, right? Like, public transportation is ridiculous, runs circles around America. And so there's a lot of good things that we should take notice of. But the freedom we have as Americans, that's undeniable. That's absolutely undeniable. We've got to be careful. I truly believe, like, we're at this time where we have to be so careful of this next step in our, again, it's 249 years. We haven't even made it to 250 yet. And this 249-year evolution of the free world, of the United States, we've got to be careful we don't lose ourselves, and we don't let a political aristocracy rise up and make decisions for us. Like, we've got to be smarter than that. We've got to be smarter than giving everything away that's good, that makes us who we are, our freedoms, our culture, our knowledge, because we've already given so much away. We've already like softened. There's been such a softening of society. We've decided that somebody should tell us what to do. We, sit in the seat in 110-degree weather. Sit, we'll take care of you. Like, we can't let this become a nanny type of a state, a nanny type of culture. We have to fight for the things we believe in. I truly believe that, and I'll be the first to say it. Like, go take what's yours. Open the freaking emergency door. Go take what's yours. And what I mean by that isn't through like force, but understanding that you live in a place, in a land that is not yet mature, and you can be part of shaping that in a pretty amazing way. And if you take a risk on yourself and you believe you can do something, then why not go and do that? Why not go and experience that and live into the original idea of the American dream and follow those folks who came through Ellis Island, like follow that mindset they had, which is, we're gonna go and we're gonna figure it out. But we know we're gonna have a better life. So don't just sit in the seat waiting for somebody to take care of you. Go do something about it. That is the point of that story, is go do something about it. we like your sleepy little town we've been looking at for 4 hours. Yeah, that's nice.